Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing, and this is your daily XRP and Bitcoin and cryptocurrency video for November the 17th, Sunday, November the 17th, 2024. We ask you with J to hit that bell notification, subscribe down below. Become a member of Jabroni Killers if you want to support the channel and get me to do more of these daily videos. If you appreciate them, it's only $3.69 a month to support the channel and help us invest and promote this station more and put more time into it. And if we take a look at the XRP, we're going to zoom in here to the full screen after we've had a phenomenal pump as Bitcoin almost hit $100,000 and is now consolidating and maybe some profit taking place. You can see we had a 3-year high in XRP as the last time you hit $1, and I believe we hit 26 cents on Saturday, was way back here November of 2021 before we had a big sell-off. And that was after we had our massive pump from the COVID pump. And then we, about 6 months later, after a big sell-off, we hit those highs again. And then we haven't hit that since then. And if you look at what's been taking place here, we are in this big rising channel, right? And usually these are bullish continuation patterns, but bearish reversal patterns at the top. This one, essentially, for all intents and purposes, has broke that pattern because we had our big manipulated judge pump, and then we got rejected once, rejected twice, and then we had a big flush out, and you could pretty much call that a pattern breakdown, and then confirming the technical target, which on a rising channel, the technical target is the bottom of the channel. And you can see, for all intents and purposes, that big wick right there back here on roughly the 4th of July weekend of 2024, for all intents and purposes, did fulfill that technical target. And then we were trading, we had a nice pump and a nice return flow after that. And then we traded at the bottom part of that blue trading zone and the upper resistance of the rising channel until the Donald J. Trump won the presidency, and that ignited the big bull market and Bitcoin. And then the altcoins now have all had their altcoin season where they've all moved 1, 2, 3, 400% from their lows. I would call that an altcoin season. And now what we're looking at is, will this just continue to pump from $1.26 up to potentially our target above that? I don't know why it's not showing. We had targets above that. I'm not sure what happened there. But for all intents and purposes, will that continue to pump up to the targets above that, which I must have deleted on accident, and retest this old high of $1.90 from back during that COVID pump, or roughly around $1.90? Or are we going to start to see some consolidation, which is normal and would be healthy at this point in time? And if we zoom in a little bit closer into the 4-hour time frame, you can see we are consolidating now nicely in the XRP, and this could be looked at as a nice bullish consolidation or a bull flag if it continues to play out like that, and maybe settle down around that 97 cents and then take your next leap to the upside. And if this was to consolidate in that sort of a fashion, you would take your targeted move from the bottom of where this started all the way up to the top, and then bring it to a potential breakout. And we'll put the breakout point from about the 92 cents if it got down there. And that would force you all the way up here to our next target on a major breakout of $2.55. And that is very possible over the next 6 to 12 weeks going into 2025, as I think 2025 is going to be a phenomenal year in the cryptocurrency market, the blockchain technology, and the altcoins, not just the major cap coins like the Bitcoin and the Ethereums. I think the crypto sphere as a whole, with Donald Trump winning, it put in the momentum and the hype and got everybody believing that there's going to be more clarity and it's going to be more regulatory friendly for the crypto space than it was, or perceived that it was, under the Biden administration, which put in some crypto regulations that the market didn't seem to like. But right now you can see XRP is consolidating, and what we need to figure out, are we just going to zoom past this, which is possible, or are we going to get a longer drawn out consolidation where we start to trade sideways and start to hit maybe the 97 cents or the 92 cents and consolidate down, build your new base, build your new momentum, and then get your next major push to the upside? Because we did have a major move in these coins, which it's not uncommon to have a quick move, this quick and this big of a move in XRP, But after you have any big move, you always got to wait and see if there's going to be a consolidation, because from that local bottom to the top, we were up better than 150% from just November the 7th. And then if we go back to a little bit farther back on this wick down here, back about a month ago, we were up better than 160, about 170% in about 4 weeks, which that's a major, major move. So you would often see some consolidation there, and we'll see if that is to be expected, and that could be. And if you look at our video from yesterday, we showed you some spots and consolidations that we could have here in the XRP. And then if we look at the XLM, it's the same thing. And we had a very, very big run in XLM too from just over about a week ago. We moved up a phenomenal 174%, matching what XRP did. And now what we got to see is if we're going to have some kind of consolidation. And the same thing with XRP, a targeted move here on a consolidation and a correction and then a breakout would be taking it from the point of a breakout. And we'll use that 19-cent level. That would get you all the way up here to 52 cents, a height not seen in about 4 years, which is possible. But before we do that, we could have some kind of correction and profit taking to where we could have a consolidation down, and maybe you could even come retest some of these lower levels. Am I saying that this is how it's going to play out? No. Could it just straight do this? Yes. But that is one of the things that we're looking at to see if there is some kind of a sell-off, consolidation for a few weeks or a month or two before the build-up to the next major push to the upside, because I do think over the next 6 months, especially as Donald J. Trump gets into office and we start to see what his plans are for crypto regulations, I think that could be very, very bullish. And at the very least, the market is enthusiastic and likes to see and appreciate it, and was obviously the crypto people were voting for Donald Trump based on what actually took place with the market after it became apparent on election eve that Donald J. Trump was going to win. The market pumped and pumped big. And now if we look at where we get this $292,000 target, and that's from taking right here to the top and then using this as a flagpole to the point of the breakout, and that gets you all the way up here at 292,000 to potentially 379,000. Am I saying that's going to happen overnight? No. Could we have a 50% pullback in Bitcoin before then? Yes, because that seems to always happen. We have big pullbacks before we go to the upside. Even recently, from our local old high of 76,000, we had only a 31% pullback that time. But you see a lot of pullbacks along the way. So could there be a big pullback and a consolidation? Absolutely. And that's something that we're looking at as we drew this pattern out over the weekend, that this could be a head and shoulders brief topping reversal pattern for a nice consolidation after a recent push from recent lows of greater than, if we look at this, that's not what we wanted. We wanted our industry exclusive measuring tool from our local low of 58,000 back on October the 10th up to our high. That was a 60.62% move in about a month and a half. So this could be a topping pattern here and a spot where it consolidates and has some profit taking and has a brief pullback, which would be normal, and a technical target out of that where you have your left shoulder, your head, your right shoulder, a slanted neckline. You would go from the top to the neckline to the point of a breakout, and that would get you right to about $83,000. And that is not too terribly big of a pullback. It's only 7%, but it would be a very, very healthy pullback. And I wouldn't be surprised to see something like that. That's not to say the market couldn't just decide to pump this up even higher. That's very, very possible. And you could go straight to $100,000 without a major pullback. But even a 7% pullback is not a major pullback. And that is something that I'm watching out for you guys. And we'll continue to follow in these daily updates. Remember to hit that subscribe button. Become members of Jabroni Killer. And I'll continue making daily videos. Peace and love to my lovely, beautiful audience.